it is Saturday and yesterday I finished the painting section of my pollinator painting. I usually do painting and also drawing on top of all my work. I know I've mentioned these on the past few videos, so sorry if you have watched those. I'm just mentioning it again in case anyone hasn't seen those and you're here. So I usually do painting with watercolors. I used to also use gouache, and then I add drawing with India ink on top to make the outline for every plant and mushroom and whatnot. And I also do some details for shadows. I add little eyes on everything, and usually the way that I go about it is I paint a portion of my painting, and then I do the drawing for that section, and then I go into the other section and I usually do like painting, drawing. But this time around I thought it would be fun to try something different, so I did the whole painting with no drawing, and now I will be including the drawing. For a minute I've been debating of not including the black outline, but I just love the black outline. It gives it so much character, and I feel that's where the magic stands. So maybe some other painting and some other time I won't include that, but this time around I'm doing that. And yesterday we had a silent work with me. I have a Patreon, and one of the offerings that I do on my Patreon is in the Fantastic Fungi tier. We have a bunch of stuff. We have a podcast, we have a call in the one we either share a cacao circle or we talk about books that we're reading, or I do an art tutorial, but we also have 2 calls a month in the ones we work in silence. So for an hour I play tunes. I usually make a playlist beforehand, and then for 1 hour we all meet alone together through Zoom to work on our artwork or any type of creative project that we have going on. And it's just a way of keeping each other accountable and company and listen to great music. So last call yesterday, it was very special for me because I opened it up for everybody, not only patrons, but anyone that wanted to join, and we were 20 people. And what I forgot to mention during the call is that I finished the painting section of my pollinator painting while on the call. So that was very special for me. And I'm excited because today I'm finally drawing. It's been so long since I've drawn, and also for the past year I've been painting on my easel, so that's painting vertical. And today I get to put my painting down into my desk and start drawing horizontal. I feel it's such a different vibe to work vertical and horizontal. I feel it's way more intimate to work horizontal. So I'm excited to be doing that for the next few days, if not longer. This actually takes a long time. And I have a trip in a week from today, and I really want to finish this painting before I leave. But I also have a bunch of videos to edit and film and thumbnails and podcasts and a lot of stuff that I have to do before leaving. So we'll see if that happens. And this morning I collected some wildflowers from around my home, and I made myself a tea. This has been my favorite tea lately. This is Blue Lotus, Rose, and Damiana. And I feel this is such a beautiful, delicious combination for any day that I am looking to get a little boost of happiness and let's do things and excitement. So today feels like a day of celebration because I finally get to draw with my favorite tool ever. I'm not sponsored by Rotring. I just talk about them so much because it's legit my favorite tool. Rotring, if you're here, sponsor a girl. I love you. I've been using you since my first year in college. So 15 years ago, 18 years ago, a long ass time ago. But let's get into painting. I am very happy with my decision to include the black outline on my pollinator painting, as for a minute I was doubting if I should or shouldn't do it. I honestly believe most of the magic comes when I add all those tiny details into my painting and draw lots of eyes everywhere. I've missed drawing a lot, It's been a year since the last time I drew, as I've been fully in painting mode, and I am so glad that I'm back spending so much time drawing. Before you continue with today's vlog, I wanted to take a moment to say thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring today's video. Squarespace has been the virtual home of my online shop, my website, art portfolio, email campaigns, member areas, and so much more since 2018, and I cannot recommend them enough. You can build your own beautiful website with the support of a flawless suite of visual design effects and create your online aesthetic with dozens of modern and intuitive options. Then connect social and multimedia accounts in a few clicks to expand even more. Squarespace and I are partnering up to offer you a 2-week free trial, and once you're ready to launch, you can use the code Caro Arevalo to get 10% of your first purchase of a website or domain with them. And now let's go back to the blog. As spring has started to approach, I've been making it a priority to be outdoors for more time. I know I am not alone in sometimes finding ourselves with a plate full, not able to or not making it a priority to be outdoors, but I have come to realize how much this energizes me and brings me back to my center. Coming back to my previous video, learning more how to be instead of do. The seasons are changing very drastically in the valley, and I love all the new hikes I still have to go to, and all the animal, fungi, plant, lichen friends I will make along the way. Also, I finally made the time to finish working on my raised beds. In the beginning of spring, I removed all the dead plants from last year. I added in compost and worked a bit on the soil. This week, I finally got into planting my new seeds. There is so much I don't know yet about gardening, but I am learning from my mistakes of last year, and I am still in the trial and error phase. One day, I wish to be able to be very knowledgeable in gardening, growing lots of food, and have acres of land to steward, and actually know how to do it. It is Friday and I am halfway done with the black outline for my pollinator painting. Yesterday I finished working on these 5 butterflies and moths, and today I'll be working on the flowers in the outside layer, hopefully also on the microscopic looks on the insects out here, and as much as I can do. I have a very busy June, and today I booked 2 more watercolor classes at Wildflower Farms Hotel, so I know that I have a lot of work coming up, including filming videos and editing and all the things. So these next few days before everything and all the rush starts, I am really focusing on full days painting, and you have no idea how much I want this painting to be done. Not in the sense of like, I can't work in it anymore. No, it's like, I am so excited for it coming to fruition that I cannot wait to see it fully ready and get the prints, and I'm so excited to see it fully done, as well as start a new painting, which I have been thinking for the longest time that I will be working on my Peruvian fruit painting that I started last year. But now I also want to work on a painting about edible mushrooms and so many other things. So I feel this is a problem that a lot of artists have. Let me know if you're one of them, because sometimes I feel very alone in this, and that is that I have so many work in progress, but then I get so excited to do a new painting that I leave everything and pause, and I'm like, new painting. So let's get to it. Let's get into it. It is both fun and meditative to work on all the drawings on top of the painting. It is a perfect opportunity to take a very slow, close-up look into all the details of my painting. And as I mentioned earlier, it is a very intimate part of the art making process, a very intimate part I am so in love with. I cannot wait to keep working on this drawing and finish the pollinator painting. I will definitely be working on it in the upcoming days, and I cannot wait to share with you the final piece. I will also be making prints, so stay tuned in case you want to score one. Thank you for joining me on today's video. I hope you're having a good day today. Thank you, Squarespace, for sponsoring this video. Feel free to subscribe to my channel and leave a little comment if you like what you see here. I will see you some other time. Until then, bye!